surfers will travel to the ends of the earth to find waves, no matter where they are from. With hundreds of surf destinations around the world, there are no guarantees on weather, swell, or a smooth journey, but most strive for a best bet scenario. On this special edition of Board Stories TV, a lucky group of surf travelers found what they were looking for in the Central American country of Panama. Sitting at the gate, the excitement was mounting. As the plane flew over the Pacific coastline heading into Panama City, the swell lines below were a good indication that this surf trip was going to be firing. As the first entry point to the ocean-bridging nation of Panama, the sprawling Panama City is home to the country's growing capital. As Panama's only true metropolis, Panama City has a lot to offer. Steeped in history and home to the world-famous Panama Canal, the city is a great starting point to get acquainted with the country. But the Board Stories crew was in search of something more. After getting a quick taste of city life, they hit the road with visions of empty blue walls fueling their journey. Making the trek to Panama this year were a variety of generations, all with unique backgrounds. Brazilian-born Kieran Jabor is lucky enough to call the North Shore of Oahu home and joined the Board Stories crew for the first time, along with fellow Hawaii pro surfer KEANU Asing. While both traveled the world following the pro tour, neither had ventured to Panama before, and both were in for a treat. Currently calling Panama home, MAGNUM Martinez is a well-established pro surfer from Latin America. Joining the Board Stories crew once again, Magnum's expertise was gladly welcomed. Traveling the world her entire career as a top women's pro, ROCHELLE Ballard still enjoys the freedom of adventuring and happily jumped on board to score Panama surf. As the trip organizer, Free Surf magazine publisher Mike Latronic still loves to score waves, and previous experiences in Panama once again brought him back. Hawaiian powerhouse Sonny Garcia was another exciting addition to the trip. Sonny's classic character and inspiring surfing complemented the crew quite well. Local guide Richie Arozmena kept the vibe light, and along with Panama champion surfer Gary Saavedra, the odds of scoring great waves look good. Stick around as the Board Stories crew sets up home base and gets immersed into the Panama surf scene. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show where the Board Stories crew has just left Panama City, heading deeper and deeper into the Panama countryside. While there are surf breaks not far from the city, Panama offers many miles of coastline, and the group decided to make the trek to a known surfing outpost.
Yeah, there's a lot of driving involved here in Panama, but it's great scenery and beautiful place, and all comes with the surf trip standards, and you got to drive to get to waves for sure.
It's great to be able to take that adventure and to have so much land and road to cover and like tons and tons of coastline, just miles and miles of it.
Panama, man, it's beautiful and very raw, you know, and just full of waves, full of good people, and you know, you can just go get lost and surf.
Road time is a factor. I mean, you're gonna put in hours and hours and hours of road time if you want to sample the many different breaks in Panama.
Never been here, you know, I think it's just kind of one of those places where you never thought you'd ever get the chance to go, and you know, I might not ever have a chance to come surf here again, and going to places you've never been, it's almost like your first time to Disneyland or something, you know, there's always that excitement, and you know, I go to some places where I go all the time, so I know what to expect, and coming here, I didn't know what to expect.
Oh, he does pinch. Yeah. After the long drive, the crew hit the beach of Playa Banal. Located in the province of Los Santos, off of Panama's southern-facing coastline, the popular half-circle stretch of beach made for a perfect home base. With numerous breaks nearby and consistent surf right out front, there's not much more you could ask for. Right away, it became evident why Ami, the owner at Playa Banal Hotel Resort, decided to set his roots right here in Panama.
It was just such a lovely place to hang. In fact, that was one of the reasons why we decided to base camp there for over a week. I mean, Not only are there great waves out in front, but there's all kinds of killer spots nearby.
Yeah, this Playa Vinal Hotel Resort has been, it's like a king in a castle. Like, you know, we show up and there's like offshore waves peeling down the beach and super nice pool. There's coconut trees all around. There's AC in the room.
The owner, Ami, and his family are insane and really going out of the way to make sure that we're taken care of. So this place is incredible, and I would definitely recommend people to come here.
Felt like we had our own private hotel, big pool, you know, right alongside of the waves.
Super nice and right in front of a fun beach break and really comfortable accommodation. Never expected to go somewhere in Central America and be able to drink water straight out of the tap, and I was baffled on that, and pretty much better tasting water than home, straight from the tap.
Playa Vinal, it's like a, you know, it's no secret. It's one of the most consistent beach breaks here in the whole coast. It's a really playful wave. It's got a, you know, a long wall to it.
It was really rippable kind of wave, you know. It breaks kind of far out and it just peels all the way down the beach, a little left and right, and I've been having fun.
While Vinal provided a bounty of rippable surf, every spot has its day. MAGNUM Martinez and Mike Latronic timed it right one afternoon, scoring some of the best seen Vinal surf in some time.
That one freak day at Playa Vinal, we went looking around at all different spots, and it was too big in the morning, and then by the time in the afternoon, when the winds just blew perfectly offshore, the tide filled in just right, and it was like,
that day was one of the epic days I ever seen in Vinal for sure. I mean, size, and that beach where you can hold that big, but that day was epic day in Vinal. Maybe like I can rank it like the 2 or the 3 best day I ever seen in that place.
When we return, the Board Stories crew heads out in search of more Panamanian waves and finds a little slice of heaven all to themselves. Keep it right here. Welcome back to the Panamanian adventure, where the Board Stories crew is off in search of pumping Panama surf. With a tip about a secluded beach just around the corner, it was an obvious decision to give it a look. Upon arrival, it became more than obvious that the crew found Panama perfection all to themselves.
We got the key to the gate and we got to surf this really private spot.
We got access to because MAGNUM knew the guy and Richie, and it was just fun. We surfed all day with pretty much no one around.
Another beach break that's completely different than Vinal. It's more punchy, more of a wedgy wave, a little hollower.
You know, left on one side, kind of a peak in the middle, and then a right coming off the other side that was barreling. So that spot would be like a dream spot. I mean, you have your own wave to yourself. Pretty incredible.
It was like a candy store. We just don't know where to go, like which one to pick, and a couple barrels, and you know, everyone was trading off waves. It was offshore.
it was just like barrel after barrel after barrel. I was sitting there shooting photos and I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I ran and got my board.
With the unique coastline offering tons of surfing potential, a little adventurous spirit can take you a long way.
The thing that attracted me the most here was the fact that there's so many surf spots. Geographically, the way Panama is situated in the coast, and it has all this like peninsulas, and the coast is not straight, so it kind of offers you all this different variety of breaks.
It's easy to score wave here, but you have to look for the right spot, the right tide, the right winds, but always gonna have waves. Panama have a variety of different breaks, you know, mochi, powerful, different kind of points, left and right, beach breaks. different type of wave for different kind of level.
You kind of have to drive, you got to put your time into it, but it makes for a good adventure, you know. It's a good challenge to like learn a place, and a lot of times you'll be able to get it with hardly anyone out, and to me at this stage of my life, that's a bonus, you know.
Barely see anyone out and just pretty much catch plenty of waves during our surfs, and it's been a lot of fun.
Every surfer's dream is to be out with, you know, just a friend, couple friends, and you know, great waves and sun, and that's the best part about going on surf trips.
Usually, like, you'd pull up, there'd be 100 guys in the water. Like, we're pulling up a place where there's nobody out. You know, I know a lot of surfers in the world really appreciate being able to go and surf good waves by themselves or with their friends. I would highly recommend coming here to Panama.
When visiting foreign countries, it's always a great feeling making new friends with the talented locals at any given spot. Perhaps Panama's most promising young surfer, Jean Carlos "Ollie" Gonzalez, was talented to say the least. Working with 13-time Panamanian champ Gary Saavedra, Ollie proves that the future of Panamanian surfing is looking bright.
Giancarlo Gonzalez, we call Ollie, he's surfing really well. Not now, since many years ago, but now he get the more experience surfing like contests, surfing with more people, surfing better than him, and now I realize he can do the pro surfers in the future if he wants. He has all the talent in his hands.
I first saw him at one of the ISA events. He was just going huge off to the side. One of Panama's best surfer, if not Panama's best progressive surfer, Jean Carlos Gonzalez, but all the locals call him Ollie. He's a pretty carefree, easygoing person who just loves to punt huge airs, and he's just really easy to work with. Hopefully he'll go pretty far. He really has fun and goes big.
I want to see him surfing in the professional league, like USS, right now in the CT one day, but we have now a new generation. I support because this is my responsibility, because if I live the dream, I need to show the new generation how they live in their dreams. We need it all together, pushing hard to see more new kids surfing really well, working with those kids and bring more experience, and they want to be good surfer in the future.
Up next, the Board Stories crew hits the road again to find more great surf with a few adventures along the way. We're coming right back. Welcome back to the show where the Board Stories crew is finding more than one way to have fun in Panama. While surfing was the main goal, Panama offers so much more to see and do. Known for world-class fishing, a few of the boys decided to try their luck. Unfortunately, it wasn't the fish that were biting, but that didn't stop them from having a good time. With the countryside lending to open pastures and farming, a horseback ride sounded like fun. Given free rein to journey their own path may have been an interesting proposition, but it was all laughs and smiles for the crew. After only a day out of the surf, the Board Stories crew was itching for more water time. And with a new swell filling in, Richie and Magnum knew just where to go. More beach break barrels coming right up as the Board Stories crew finishes off the trip in fine form. Keep it right here for more Panama surf action. Welcome back to the show deep on the coastline of Panama. With only one full day of the trip left, the Board Stories crew knew exactly where they wanted to be and went right back to their empty beach break paradise for more hollow views.
We absolutely scored. We showed up, empty beach, pristine, glassy, light offshore, 5-foot barrels spitting left and right. The rest of it's history.
It's amazing when you get to just share waves with your friends, and you know, we got to surf with Sonny Garcia and ROCHELLE Ballard, some of the legends, and for them to watch us surf and to surf with them is, you know, it's pretty special for us.
The trip that we have is great in the sense that there's the legends, the masters of it, you know, with Sonny and Magnum, myself, and then to have Kieran and KEANU is great because they're the next generation that are here doing it.
It's a gift to be able to surf with a couple of my friends here in Panama and have a really good session with a handful of people out, and great waves and great vibes. And you know, I think that as you get more experience, you look for those opportunities more in life. You know, you kind of stir away from the crowds a little bit, from the main scene, and you want to get quality waves but with little people around, and you can get all that here in Panama.
Sunburnt and surfed out, there were no complaints. With shade, coconuts, and peeling waves still roping down the beach, the Board Stories crew all felt a sense of fulfillment. Knowing they came to Panama on a roll of the dice, the scenario played out perfect, and Panama once again delivered the goods.
You know, my whole career I haven't been really invited on any surf trips or anything like that, so I really appreciate being here. And the whole process of, you know, driving around and getting to surf places and eating different foods has been great. And you know, there's so many good waves for us to choose from. There's so many like nooks and crannies that probably have really good waves that we haven't even seen yet.
I think one of the best things is to be able to get out there and travel and to experience it and to feel the simplicity of surf travel and adventure and not be so accustomed to going where the surf camp is, going where there's internet, going where there's hotels, but actually exploring and seeing it.
Very impressed with the surf, the people, the food. It's going to have what you're looking for, and more often than not, it'll be double overhead and offshore. So.
For more info on traveling to Panama, check out visitpanama.com. With tons to offer both in and out of the water, Panama has something for everyone.